Hi friends, it's another craft day. Well, every day in this house is a craft day. Some weeks I just spend sewing, some weeks I'm only in my garden working on renovations. This week I'm doing so many different crafts and the variety is very different, so I thought it'd be fun to put it all in one video. Also, they all have something in common. They're all gonna be pink. You hear that, Copper? Even though the variety of crafts I'm doing are very different, they're all gonna be able to be used in my garden. First craft that I'm gonna do, I'm very excited about. I saw these pink Carhartt jackets online and they're like vintage, they dye them themselves. The other day I was like, I need to go and buy one. Their store was like taken down, maybe they sold out, I don't know. And then I was like, I wish I could find one at the thrift store. So I was like, okay, that's next on the list. I'm gonna go to a thrift store. I'm bringing in some things from outside because I've been doing a lot of work in our garden. And I have a sweatshirt that's been sitting outside and a blanket, so I bring them inside. And then there's a jacket outside and I bring it inside. I'm not really thinking. And then one day, while all of this is in my head, right, I go to the back door where I threw all of the blankets and jackets that we had left outside. And I'm like, that's a Carhartt jacket sitting on the floor. And I was like, Tom, do you use that? This has been sitting outside for probably 5 months. Do you, can I borrow this jacket? And he was like, yeah, it'll probably fit you better. It doesn't fit me anymore. And I was like, great, can I have it? Because I want to dye it pink. So it was meant to be, because I was like, these Carhartt jackets are so expensive and I'm gonna dye it pink, so I'm not gonna buy one. So thank you, Tom. Thank you for outgrowing your Carhartt jacket so that I can use it and have it as my pink gardening jacket. I'm gonna go through all of the supplies, everything that I need. Obviously, here's the Carhartt jacket. Look how cute this is. I also, when I was looking online, I didn't want one with a hood. I wanted one that was just like this. So we have the jacket. I just picked up this plastic bucket because we need something to dye it in. This is the dye that I'm using, the fuchsia. You also need to make sure that it's for the right type of fabric that you're using. So this is good for cotton, and the outside of the jacket is 100% cotton. And the inside is polyester, so it won't take to that, so that will stay the same. And then I also picked up some gloves because I'm going to have to wring out the jacket once it's done, and I don't want it to get all over my hands. I've dyed fabric before, but I've never dyed a jacket, and I've also never used the cotton one. So I'm gonna read the instructions and I'm gonna bring you along and let's see if we can get this jacket pink. I thought we better do a before and after. So here's the before.
As always, I do not know what I'm doing. I just wing it along the way. That's the fun part of crafting.
This is all the salt I have. I don't even know how much is in there. It's not a cup. Oh gosh. Hopefully that isn't the thing that makes or breaks this. I do have dish detergent though. About a teaspoon, it said. There's no going back. Here we go. You want to come see what I'm doing? What is going on?
I ran to my closet to see if I had anything that was 100% cotton, and what do you know, I had these cute overalls. Another pink thing I can wear in my garden.
I'm gonna transfer this. Oh gosh, okay, I have to drop it. I'm gonna transfer it to the sink so I can wring it out because I can't really do that in here. Okay, here we go. Okay. One, two, three. Oh gosh. Here's the overalls. Those look fun. That is so cute. Once you wash them, they lose color, so it won't be this dark. They'll be lighter, a lighter pink. I just pulled the jacket and the overalls out of the dryer. Here's the jacket. Isn't that so cute? Here's how the overalls turned out. Aren't those so cute? I feel like this is the proper color of the dye. You can tell because we started from a white, whereas this one is a little bit darker, a little different of a pink, kind of like more of a red pink, because maybe we started out with a darker color. Show you those side by side. The difference in pink we get when we start with different colors. I feel like I'm like teaching a science class. Cute. Let me put on the jacket so you can see, get the full effect. Imagine me working in my rose garden, trimming my pink roses in my pink jacket. Cute. I love it. The first craft of the week is done. As I was pulling these out of the dryer, I'm not kidding, the second craft of the week came. I ordered some Crocs. I saw these, they're rain boots. Love to have some pink rain boots to work out in my garden. I wear my pink Crocs, my Mary Jane Crocs, every day in the summer when I'm outside. I love them so much. I love gardening in them. Copper's barking. Oh gosh, we're all barking. Okay, so I got some rain boots and I'm going to spray paint them pink. I have yellow, blue, and black. The yellow was all sold out. I wanted to do the yellow because I feel like that'd be the easiest to turn pink. I wouldn't have to do as many coats, but they just had black and blue, so I thought maybe I'll do the blue. Here's our boots. They're blue now, but they won't be for long. Try one on. See if they fit. Yep. Oh my gosh. I love taking you guys along for these crafts. You're seeing everything from the very beginning. Okay, well, I'm gonna be pink head to toe when I garden. This is fantastic. Okay, craft number 2. I'm actually quite nervous. I hope that it doesn't look bad and that I don't ruin these Crocs. I don't like them blue, so hopefully it's an improvement. This is the color I'm gonna be using. It's a sweet pea satin. Oh, my dogs are playing in the background. Have some entertainment while this happens. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I'm catching them. Sprayed a good first layer. I'm gonna wait for them to dry and see what spots that I missed. Those are so damn cute. Crocs, why aren't you making pink rain boots? Couldn't have done this on a better day. It's so sunny. They've been sitting outside for about an hour. Let me show you what they look like. Look at that. The color is gorgeous. I'm so happy with the color. It's the perfect shade of pink. We're on to the last craft of the week and the paint arrived just in time to film this. So let's go out to my garden and I'll show you what we have in store. Here's the paint we're using. I built these shutters a couple of weeks ago because we had built them ourselves, or Tom had cut them out ourselves, and they just looked unfinished and it was a really eyesore in this area. So I built some shutters. They're not perfect, but they're cute. I'm gonna finish painting them green and then I'm gonna put some little rose decals on some of them. Okay, I need to go find a smaller brush just to get into kind of the hard to reach areas because I don't want to paint the back wall. Also, my hands are frozen and so I'm gonna go try to find some gloves. I also have a tattoo appointment in a couple hours to get my tattoos retouched, so that's my goal, is to finish this before that. But first, my hands are numb, so I'm gonna go find some gloves. I bought these stencils when I was painting the shed to my door to be my witchy shed, and it has the rose cottage on it, and so these are roses and then this little like vine. I think I want to incorporate both of these so that they kind of match. My shed is on one side and then this side of the garage is on the other. I let it dry. I'm really afraid to peel it off. I hope it didn't seep through and bleed everywhere. Let's see. Look too close. It's cute. I can fix some things. That's easy to fix. Okay, that one's not really centered. So I guess now I'm just going to go based off how I placed that one. Okay, I'm going to do this to the 4 other panels. I just wanted to show you. The whole gang is here. They love it when we're outside working in the garden. Okay, I finished literally just in time. I need to get dressed and leave to go to my tattoo appointment. But here's what they look like. When I get back, I'll touch up. There's little parts that like bled through the stencil, but mostly it's really cute. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Let me give you a close-up. The paint that I used for the roses is pink. It's the same pink that I used for my witchy shed and the other side of my garden, but it's coming out on camera a little more white. But either way, it's cute. My tattoos are all touched up, and so is the shutters. The shutters are all done. While we're out here, I wanted to show you something that I'm going to hang up on this lattice. I was just at TJ Maxx and I got this cute mirror. This is so cute. I love bows. I'm obsessed with bows, and I think that it'd be so cute to have this hung up on the lattice. So then you see, you see all of our trellises and you just see roses everywhere you look. So I'm going to figure out a place where to hang it. Tell me where it looks best. Yeah. Where do you think? What do you think on this post? It's probably the safest place. I moved it a little lower. I feel like I was like having to tiptoe to see stuff. I want to be able to see it at eye level, you know, I want to be able to look around. Okay, so there's my little mirror, just fun. The last thing I need to do with this craft week, everything that I've made this week, I need to spray this on the Crocs because I did some more research. The one time I wore them, they were already starting to crack and I was like, this isn't gonna stay on. So I did some more research. Someone told me that you need to put this clear, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. It's backwards, that's not helpful either. So I just sprayed them again, the parts that cracked, and then I'm gonna wait for them to dry, and then I'm gonna spray this on them. This is supposed to be good for things that are flexible, so it's gonna, since the rubber moves, this should be able to help with that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. This was such a fun week of crafts. I loved how everything turned out. I love taking something that could just be kept as is, especially with those first two projects, and making it a little bit more me. I love adding creativity into my life. It helps me so much. I often talk about my creativity and how that is so much of my self-care. It helps my mental health so much, especially in times like right now. Nothing is really helping. So these projects are keeping me going. They're bringing a little bit more joy into my life, and I hope for a moment it brought a little bit of joy into your life. Me and Tom just sat down and talked about the next garden renovation that we're gonna do, so we're gonna go to Lowe's and look at some wood, so I'm really excited to share that with you guys. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you at the next video. Mwah! Bye! Are you blocking me? You're blocking me so I can't get out?